That fucking halak. That dried up brick shit. I think Richard be dreaming, and he wake up actually thinking he did that shit. Brush your teeth, Richard. Oh, I forgot. You're a toothless vinegar.
Check this out. Bob Morgan, Jamaican music producer. Oh shit, I got it. Check this shit out.
Don't mind Richard.
Why does Richie run away when you hit him with the facts? Why is that?
I'm telling you, do the fucking, it don't add up. He was born in, what do you say? He say he's born, what, yo, see, what year he, cause I didn't get it. What year he said he was born?
I think he said 66.
Okay, 66.
Yes, Nitro, November 27th, 1966, makes me 49 years old as I speak. When I started transmitting 3 years ago, I must have said I was 46. Could it be because I was 46, Nitro?
Shut the fuck up, you $5 horse.
Look at Papi Boy Minute.
Pinche culo, $5 horse.
Little Papi Boy.
Hey, stop yelling at my horse, man. You hear them crueling over me.
What happened to Where's Cupcake? Where's Cupcake at? Bunch of fucking pinche culo niggas, yo. Yo, it's about to start. I'm about to be out. Anyway. Gods of Egypt. Gotta see that one. Hell yeah. 822, holding it down.
I mean, yo, do the math. That's what I'm saying.
My fans are running quiet, yo. His background. Listen to the background. We have to be 4 years old. Barely hear my fans. I get bodacious, Kerry. You don't want it. You don't want me to play.
Now, Enforcer allegedly has paperwork and documents. He should know that I was born November 27th, 1966, and that I'm only 49 at the moment. Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, delusions.
We're about to watch the X-Files, the new one.
Somebody that can barely open his eyes. Richie is a fucking X-File.
Yeah. You know, he goes to looking for homework. I was digging, man. I was digging, kid. We moved. Like, I swear to God, maybe like 400 pounds of fucking snow. That's a lot of snow.
Enforcer. You know, guys. This is...
What? Out here, yo, we got hit hard in Queens. Yo, dude, I can't. I complain in my complex because the niggas fucking didn't even shovel. If you see, if they would have had someone just driving around, you have to pack out the paths. We had this shit would have had it's one of the other complex that's right next to us. It's called vulnerability. These niggas, they got these shit. The guy that runs it is great, yo. He's on top of these niggas, like whatever. Come on, man. Dude, the old people that live here, they can't even go out to go get something to eat without busting their ass on the snow. Yo, there's no pass. 5 feet of snow.
But, yo, this guy, bro, he used to say, yeah, I might...
Yeah, kid, like, yo. You can't even take the clothes to the laundromat because fucking the snow is crazy. And then the cars want to run people over and you see people walking in the street, you know? Like, yo, some of these people go to the stores, come out like that. Don't try to run over, be passive, you know what I'm saying? Why you think it's that disrespectful? So every time a car comes by, it's like, you know what? people in a line of duty. I ripped out the esophagus of 1 or 3 hitmen that I killed. I mean, you know, he was passive because he's so the end result is you have an individual that's suffering from psychosis, and you got people that put batteries on his back and encourage his behavior. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens out there. That's why when he tries to play that shit on 19, all the drivers start ripping him a new asshole. If you notice, he hasn't been out there lately in the morning. He knows better. How about you shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot? You don't know what you're talking about.
It's not an emergency room, right?
You're damn right Enforcer has no idea what he's talking about. He still sounds like he's all drugged up and crashing. Well, it's going to take him a couple of days to get right again after this Gibson.
Get off my cock, nigga. Get off my springboard. My shit is heavy, right? Well, you a ball liquor, man. Well, like I said, my shit is heavy, right?
All Enforcer's topics is on male body parts, dick, mushrooms. You know, the guy's a queer at heart. I know my ex-girl in Jersey gets a kick out of listening to that man talk. Doesn't it bring us back to the 80s? Oh, the king of New York rock, you know.
Position, a good job for swallowing. He could be a circumciser.
See, circumcision.
And his mouth pushed down on his head.
You got male cock on the brain.
Yo, circumciser.
That's why his new name, circumciser.
Hey, yo, 822 circumciser. He got buck teeth, too.
You notice how he disappeared just like Richard.
He got rabbit teeth. Nigga look like a gay rabbit. He look like a gay bunny rabbit.
Man, he disappeared quick. Richie probably called him up.
Yeah, I did.
Richie's still talking?
Yeah, Richie's still talking.
Nigga's a fucking waitress at IHOP.
Swabby don't want none of this. He can't hang with the big boys. He's not built like that.
Nigga got an apron on. Thank you, may I have your order?
Artichoke pizza.
That's where he said he was at when he came to see us. Artichokes, huh? They don't make real pizza. That's the fucking hipsters and gay people.
Who the fuck eats artichoke pizza?
Yeah, they put all that bullshit on the pizza, yeah? That ain't real pizza.
Fact of the matter, he was letting you know how close to your bitch punk ass he was right up the block. See how much you know about that pizzeria, but I didn't see y'all running down to him. For a Enforcer, it was a couple of blocks. Ain't that a bitch?
When I want a pizza, man, I go to fucking Little Italy. For $6, 2 slices and a glass of wine. In Little Italy. Fuck off. Fuck it.
Drinking guinea piss.
Motherfucker choke Adi in the pizza. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Vinny, go to fucking, come over here, motherfucking Little Italy, all that shit. Fucking Python will slap the shit out of you talking that shit.
I don't know why he's even talking shit. That motherfucker's straight pussy, man. Straight fucking pussy.
You know what it is? He wants attention like Richard. That's all it is. He wants attention because no one's out there holding his hand.
Ain't nobody saying a motherfucking thing to this.
You know, you say we want attention, but yet you're concerned that we're always disappearing. I think the fact of the matter is you wish we gave you attention.
Swear, man.
That's why they call Suave the circumciser.
You got razor buck teeth.
You can use him as a can opener too if you run off. If you go camping, you need to open up, fucking pork and beans in a can. You just put the can up to Suave's head and punch down on his grill, man. Top of his head. Punch down and push the can up.
Yo, Homo, why don't you go back to Harlem? Why don't you go back to Harlem and make another movie fucking high like you did?
Yeah, that was funny. Niggas like, we in the hood. Nigga was scared to death.
We in Harlem, boop, boop.
Looking like fucking Three Stooges of Harlem.
Yeah, there was like 5 thoroughbred thugs. They scared me.
You a clown, huh? Nigga don't need to worry about being a father to his kid. Just stop out here fronting, acting like somebody you're not.
Yeah, you should pay more attention to Hawanga instead of the fucking radio.
Hawanga. That shit almost got him.
You still getting money from Rwanda?
Oh, hell yeah, man. She's been carrying that nigga from day one. Let's not talk about the emergency. Throwing him in the psych ward.
Fucking scrub.
How many times Vinny tried to kill himself in the house?
And stupid enough not to even finish the job.
Nah, he ain't gonna kill him. He don't got no heart for that. But
He got the same heart CK had when CK walked up to me on Utica Avenue and identified himself. He got the same heart, don't you think, guys?
I can't take it no more. Fuck this shit. I'ma drink all this vitamin C. Fuck it. Yo, you think I'm gangster now? Fuck it, the B12 is next.
nigga sniffing B12. Nigga crunching up vitamin C.
You be sniffing men's drawers. Suave and Richie going to men's locker room sniffing drawers.
Sniffing Sparky's drawers.
I love how he depicts and conjectures fantasies between two men. You see what's always on his mind?
Get off the orange juice. Yo, I'm dead ass, y'all. When Sparky be talking, I'm like, yo, this nigga completely cloned himself. No character. Then he got a fucking character defect like Richie. They don't know who the fuck they are. They got a fucking identity crisis. And you expose it.
I think the identity crisis he had was when he walked up to me and had an identity crisis that he was fearful of saying I'm CK187. Don't you think there, guys? I think that's definitely an identity crisis problem at the moment of impact. Oh, the king.
What type of shit is that?
Cupcake shit, of course.
I remember one time Richie was so stuck on stupid, he was acting like fuck that faggot ass nigga Deuce in the toilet.
Got them on my words, stuck on stupid.
Hey, break, China, break.
They own fucking back, fucking spine cord.
I see trees of wood.
Yo, that's the shit right there. Smokey from that big time. That's what you out there, baby. Wait. he actually said that Sade's listening.
Yep. Sometimes he be out there talking to himself, thinking they listening.
Wind, red roses too. I see them blue. For me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue.
Remember the timeline where Richie said March of 2016, his account's going to be unfrozen, and he's going to be worth $23 million. Remember those numbers.
Jeez, he knows the date? I don't even know the date in 2016. Why on?
And faded this year. And he's got that presidential appointment that he does.
This junkie's hung up on my career, dude. He just says the same things over and over again. Enticed with my career, my kills, and my moves.
He doesn't remember the form. I mean, this guy just makes up lies after lies. He doesn't pay taxes. Yeah, because he don't have a fucking JOB. Of course he don't pay taxes. But, he's Richie just fucked up, man. Richie D just needs a dose of reality. They should have a pill that Richie could take, and it would just bring him to reality.
This is what it sounds like when you come off a coke mission for about a week and a half and key up for the first 2 days. Listen to the speed, the slur, the speech. A lot better than yesterday, though.
It's funny, bro. This is sad, what I'm about to say. All seriousness. He's been so fucked up all these years with all the delusions and all this shit. The day, if ever, which it'll never happen, but the day, if ever, he snaps out of it, do you know the time in his life that he's lost?
Yep, that's true, man. You got a good point there. Absolutely. I would say it would probably cause him to commit suicide. He would definitely be suicidal at that point. Absolutely.
I mean, think about it. All seriousness. All seriousness. All the time that he's been delusional. All the time he's lost in this life. I mean, yo, it's sad, bro. It really is. All jokes aside, it's really sad.
Well, you know what?
Sad has got to be the same 4 or 5 guys saying the same thing over and over about a man they fear for the last 3 calendar years every time they key their mic. There's nothing sadder than that. And I got all the video games to back up that as being fact. I'm sorry. That is being truth and justified truth.
Yet he talks the way he does. Because, anyone that smokes weed doesn't talk the shit that he talks. Weed doesn't make you like that.
You don't want to talk about it.
But we're coming from guys that smoke crack and K2. Listen to them. They don't know what weed does to you.
Any officer, peace officer, even safety department, even state safety department, how are you able?
I'm authorized.
Hold a badge. How? How are you able to smoke marijuana, cannabis?
Authorized through empowerment.
Hold a badge. How? How do you do that? It's impossible. Anybody who's
authorized.
You always get random drug tests. Any civil servant job. I mean, think about it.
Yep, I got random tested 3 weeks ago, and in the span of 2 months, I got tested twice. So, there's times where you might not get tested for 2-3 years. And there's times you could get tested 4 or 5 times within a month span. So yeah, it's random to a degree. But yeah, absolutely. You can't be a civil servant and be a drug addict. That's just not happening. That's why so many people who take the test for various city agencies that are on drugs they don't give you enough time to clean up. A lot of times, when you have to take the, you have to take your medical. Because you have a list number, but once they call you down, you don't have 30 days to clean up. They could say,
well, they don't call you down. You know what I mean? They give you plenty of time to get clean. If you're stupid enough to apply dirty, you're stupid enough to get caught.
30 days to clean up, because you're like, oh shit, I just did this 2 days ago, or yesterday. And in Richie's case, is every morning. He does between an eighth to a quarter of an ounce of weed a day. Or that's what he claims. Or that's what he admits to.
We're so hung up on what Richie claims, aren't we, guys?
He touches himself all the time in life, Nitro. So, we all know that he suffered from psychosis and...
since I told him about psychosis and begging and pleading, and the video called Hopeful Praying and Hopeful Praying, we have not heard it. We've heard him say the word psychosis a couple of hundred times, starting a couple of weeks after those two videos. It's hilarious what I did to him with that word.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't even brag about something like that if it was true. So, it just goes to show you he displays his defective character. And it's just...
Okay, talking about the man for 3 years, the same shit over and over, day in and day out, what quirks you. That's not a character? That's not a character? A flaw in a character?
How are you in a patrol car with your partner, okay, God forbid anything happens, and
Well, we'll have to find the video game where Richie said this.
You got to get inside the driver's side of the patrol car. What are you going to do if you don't have a license or you don't even know how to drive a vehicle? Where does that add up?
Exactly. It doesn't add up because he's not a cop and never was one. That's why when he was living with Debbie, he had a young teenager drive him around, and he would hit the kid off with a radio or with a couple of dollars, cash. The kid used to drive him around. So, he goes, I never owned a New York State driver's license, but he owns one in New Jersey. But yet he says he was a cop in New York. So, he catches himself in lies all the time, and he gets caught in them. But, Richie...
Put the mic.
This stubby thing is a hairline that's starting from 3/4 from the back of your head.
Yo, fathead. Yo, 51. Yo, 51, keep your eyes open. I'm bringing it out to the bricks. Fathead. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I'm out to the bricks. I don't know who's sandbagging. I'm clear.